Liverpool have arrived. And you know, I made a video maybe a month ago on my channel about why you should never doubt Liverpool. Because we went into the season, and of course now with hindsight, we look at the opinions and we think, what were they thinking? But we went into the season with a lot of pundits not convinced that Liverpool could even make the top 5, with Newcastle pipping them, with Villa pipping them. But here we sit into the new year and Liverpool sit top of the table, coming off a really dominant display, beating Newcastle 4-2. They are on fire. And like I said, I made a video a month ago praising them, saying that people doubted them and you should never doubt Liverpool. And I'm an Arsenal fan, so I would love to be saying that Liverpool are trash, but looking at it right now, Liverpool are so good. And now for this month of January, Mo Salah won't be playing for Liverpool, and he has been absolutely on fire in the Europa League, in the Premier League, in everything he's played. Salah has been the glue guy. He's been the reason, in my opinion, that Liverpool have been so good. But the thing is, even with Salah now going to AFCON, Liverpool are such a good team, top to bottom. Like I said, I'm an Arsenal fan, so obviously I watched that Arsenal and Liverpool game so in detail. And as much as I wasn't impressed with Arsenal's performance in that game, it was Liverpool. Liverpool was so good. Konate is such an underrated defender, by the way. I am so impressed with him game in and game out. Liverpool, I don't know where they have a weakness right now. This is reminding me a lot of the Liverpool that went on to win the league. And the thing is, no one gave them the credit. No one went into the season looking at their squad saying they are stacked. But the transfers that they made were so good. To get rid of guys like Henderson, Milner, Firmino, it is a tough thing because they were ingrained in the club's DNA. They were such leaders. Think about a guy like Granit Xhaka at Arsenal or Gundogan at City. They were ingrained into the club. So when you lose these guys, it is a lot harder than you think. Yes, they got replaced with younger, more athletic players, but you are still losing that essence of leadership that those guys had. But it seems like Liverpool have just gone from strength to strength. They recruited so well in the summer. Dominic Szoboszlai is a guy that I've loved watching play for maybe 2 or 3 years now when he went from Salzburg to Leipzig, but he is a tremendous player, and even games when he doesn't score or get assists, he has such a stamp on the game in the proceedings. He is the reason, in my opinion, a lot why Liverpool play or how they play. McAllister, when he's playing, is pretty good. Endo is really underrated. Like, this team as a whole is superb. Salah is back to top form. Not that he ever really left it, if we're being honest. He is at top peak form. Trent Alexander-Arnold is peak form. Alisson is elite. They just played a tough team in Newcastle, and although Newcastle are kind of disappointments this season, they played a tough team. Newcastle are still a really good team. They played them at Anfield and they put up an XG of 7 point something. It was the highest XG that the Premier League has recorded in, I don't know, a couple years, whatever. So Liverpool really dominated proceedings, and yes, they didn't score in the first half, but you could easily see a way that Liverpool should have had 3 or 4. And then even one of their games against United where they slipped up and it was 0-0, it easily could have been a 3 or 4-0 win for Liverpool. Liverpool just weren't taking their chances. Against Arsenal, they probably should have won there as well, with a questionable penalty that wasn't given. Liverpool have been on fire, and this is the only way I can see Liverpool slowing down, is with Salah leaving now to AFCON. But even then, I am still convinced that this team, as good as Salah is, and as much as they need Salah for everything that they get, I still think this team, top to bottom, is probably one of the best in the Premier League. It's playing the best in the Premier League, and I don't think Mr. Salah is going to hurt them all that much. Of course, as an Arsenal fan, I would love if they can slow down now, but I just don't see how. I know Salah is a big loss for them, but like I said, it's not just Salah that's playing so well. Darwin Núñez is playing well. Diogo Jota is playing well. Trent Alexander-Arnold is probably playing his best football of his career. Alisson is the best goalkeeper in the world. This team is so stacked. It is so good, top to bottom. I don't see how they can slow down. Klopp has them purring. They are so good. The fans are behind them. And even games where they start getting frustrated because either they're struggling or they just can't finish their chances, like against Newcastle, they still find another gear. They push it to top gear and they win 4-2 in a game they probably could have had 5 or 6. They were so good against Newcastle, and it's not just this game. Liverpool have just been so good recently, and everyone is now saying, like me, saying, I can't believe we doubted him going into the season. But if you look at it, a lot of people doubted them. Again, losing guys like Henderson, Milner, and Firmino, it could take a huge toll on the club, especially the way that Liverpool played last season where they got ran through. You would have thought to yourself that Liverpool need way more than just a midfield, but it seems like that was it. They just needed to reinforce their midfield, and they're going to be back to the scintillating Liverpool that we're so used to seeing, the rock and roll football that Klopp has them playing. It is such a fun watch, even as a rival fan. I must admit, I don't know if Liverpool Liverpool are going to go in and win the league, because I am still pretty convinced that Man City are going to eventually go on that 20-game unbeaten run, win the league like they always do, but I'm not putting it beyond Liverpool. I genuinely think Liverpool and City are probably your two title favorites. Then you have your outside shots of maybe Tottenham, Aston Villa, Arsenal, and so on. But I do think Liverpool have a good shot. I don't think they're going to do it. I think City will still win the league, but Liverpool are so good that if they do win the league, I will not be surprised at all. And that's a huge compliment for a team that people didn't even think would be in the top 4 at the end of losing Salah is going to be that big of a problem. But yeah, guys, that's the video. Let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about Liverpool and how do you think they're playing? Let me know all that in the comments below. Please be sure to smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one.